About 3.5 years ago, I received a phone call from her in San Diego saying that she had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. The call was very unexpected, and the emotional effect it had on me somehow filtered through to me, Dory. For she said immediately, "Matt, don't worry about me. I'll be okay." Something we miss about this scenario. Here was me, Dory, comforting me. "Don't worry, Matt." But it should have been the other way around. But then that was me, Dory, always thinking of the other person. It was exactly 2 months before my daughter passed away that she had been to San Diego to help me celebrate my 90th birthday. There she met another good friend of mine, Sally, a Caucasian friend who had also contracted the same affliction just a few months previously. Midori, in her magical way, somehow made Sally feel good. When Midori met Sally, she inspired her, and they had a good talk. Mission not impossible. Through my 90 years of living, over 80 of them have been in friendship with Midori. Although the Kobas lived in Coronado at the time, we attended the same San Diego Buddhist temple and going to the Nihon Gakko, Japanese language school. Although we could never say that we were very proficient nor Japanese scholars, we did learn a little and gained a lot. For it was probably at that time that our friendship started to blossom. First, playing kickball together, kick the can during our breaks and enjoying our obento during our lunch breaks. Fast forward a few years to this World War II era. We were at Poston, Arizona, Camp 3. There we worked together, played together, were members of the same championship, Camp 3 softball team, championship softball basketball team. Koba was very proficient in all, making first team all-star on both the basketball and softball teams. Upon our return to San Diego after the war, we were both active in helping to restore normal activities at our local church and publishing the first edition of our monthly publication, the Busei Script, which is currently still flourishing very well. After our families became settled back to, if you can say, normal living, Midori and I decided that we would make our first trip, our first overseas flight to Honolulu. There, our mutual friend, local Hawaiian firefighter at the time, made reservations for accommodations at the YWCA and took us all around his native city to see all the sights. How lucky can you get? We also traveled to the other islands of Maui, Kauai, and the Big Island of Hawaii. Meeting new friends, learning new customs, experiencing so many adventures together. We were bitten by the travel bug. So previous to Ben and Midori's trips, Midori and I made many trips together. We were determined that every other year we would make a trip. The odd years being those to save so that we could make those every other trip possible. Next was calling from the Big Apple, where we were able to see all the sights. Koba and I were very adventurous, and we didn't miss a thing. We were lucky to get tickets to the popular original showing of the famous Broadway shows, Oklahoma, Carousel, Niagara Falls, United Nations building, and even a short trip across the border to Canada to see Reverend Tsuji. Then on to the pyramids, the bullfights, the illegal cockfights. Of cities nearby, Mexico City. And then our final trip together before having families of our own to the Grand Canyon. There we rode the beautiful and majestic, but very spooky when you're on the bare back of a donkey going down the steep slopes down the canyon walls. We were told that the animals were very short-footed, not to worry. But it only takes one misstep to come tumbling down. But luckily we came back in one full shape and dusty and tired, but surviving. During our long trips together, we had many confidential exchanges, but there was one memory that I had that I never shared with Midori, but one that I would like to share with you today. A little background. Midori was always active as a church member and a long-time Sunday school teacher. At that time, the resident minister was Reverend G. Yamamoto. Shortly later, I also joined the staff, and during one of those periods, worked very closely with Mrs. Chizuet Yamamoto, since his wife. We became good friends. After Reverend Yamamoto passed away, and Mrs. Yamamoto had a stroke, she moved to a care facility in San Francisco. It was there during one of our visits, and the subject of Midori came up. Mrs. Y confided in me and told me that Sensei had said that Midori was as close to any living person, to be a living Hotoke, a living Buddha. Wow, those are strong words. And now, Midori, you are one. And forever, a first string all-star.